Hello students, welcome to my class. Today the second part of this chapter, especially we will talk about the planning and development of our country, especially after the independence. You can see that there are a lot of things actually happened, and we know that when we talk about the planning and development, there is a objectives of new nation. Just we had the independence, this celebration, independence celebration, and then also we got the new country, and in between we got the different issues that actually encountered, and you can find that our country India, right from the beginning, since nearly 200 years, you can see that British were actually living in this region, and then how they have squeezed everything. They have really broke the backbone of our country, and that's why to rise itself into a flying color or into a greenery is very difficult. So that's why after the independence, the country, especially our new nation, took a long time to be a better country. So at the same time, many things happened. So let's see here. The objectives of the new nation is what we can see. So first objectives, actually the Prime Minister of the new or in the independent country, especially in India, Jawaharlal Nehru, what he has thought of. First one is lifting India and Indians out of poverty. Now you must remember that a lot of people actually became the poor in this country during the existence of the British. And secondly, we have seen that building a modern technical and industrial base. So here, lifting India and then Indians out of poverty. Now, this first objectives is one of the crucial objective. In fact, you can see that most of the people actually deprived of the land and property, and they have been shattered. Their culture has been actually destroyed, and you can see people very much remain poor even today. In this 2022, even we can see in this country a lot of poor people are actually still moving from place to place, and their lifestyle is rather very difficult. So that is we can see here. So these two areas Jawaharlal Nehru actually focused for, especially in the first planning commission was set up. So here in the foreign policy, you can see that in the planning commission, especially he focused on this area. And secondly, we have to understand that there was a good relationship with the other country, how the other country can come into contact, and how our India can make a friendship with the other countries. That is actually in this time very much like a matter. So now here what happened, especially when this focus was given on this technology and industry construction and all in India. At that time, the priority of the priority was given mostly to these areas. And then in the second planning commission, what happened at that time also, construction of the dams was actually given more important. And since construction of the dams were made in most of the regions where there is resources, especially the water resources. So this is why they made, because we know that if once you can construct the dam, it means you can store the water, and then you can use the water in the form of irrigation to the agricultural areas. And also when you make the dam, it means there is a possibility of making the hydroelectricity power, because once you generate the electricity, then only the industry can set. So that's why these areas our Jawaharlal Nehru gave the importance. But in the second planning, especially second 5-year planning, actually the priority of the education was actually not given. So therefore, what happened at that time, many of the critics, many of the people, intelligent people actually suggested that too much of to avoid or too much of making the dams to block the river are actually not good, because it is against the nature. Because we don't know, in whatever we build up within the 100 years, is it not? So in a second everything can be destroyed if the nature will take the revenge, if the nature will be in a different form, you know. So we have seen that a big construction, a lot of town and city is actually built up, but then suddenly flood or suddenly the earthquake came, and then everything was actually destroyed. So that's why many of the critics said that a lot of dams were actually avoided. It means remain half, like in Gujarat and all. More than 50 years I think took to complete that dam and all. So still there are some dams actually were incomplete, and they left out those projects and all. And so the projects were not completed from that time onwards. Then people gave the suggestion, advised to ministers to give the more importance on the education. So later on people gave the importance on the education and then the planning commission is still on the edge of the this success. Okay. So next we have got the another chapter that is about the foreign policy. Now we have seen that after the World War II, most of the time we have seen that is the United of Soviet Socialist Republic, Russia, and then United States of America. Both are actually became the internally very much powerful, and then you know, day by day this both these countries actually started gathering the information, technology, machine, weapons, all this started gathering. And you know, there was a Cold War. It means many of the independent countries, they also invited them to join with them to make the alignment with them. So this actually they created. It is one of the worst thing is going to happen in the future. That's why here we remember Jawaharlal Nehru. He didn't join with Russia or United States. Rather, Jawaharlal Nehru and other team members, especially newly independent countries, they formed another alignment. It means they didn't join with the United Soviet Socialist Republic, Russia, and also United States of America, and they formed the another groups, that is Egypt, Indonesia, Ghana, India, Yugoslavia. These are the 5 countries, and apart from these 5 countries, again there were also some independent countries also actually became the part of that. So you can remember here some of the leaders also joined and then they formed this one. So it is called non-alignment movement. Okay, so non-alignment movement has been formed here. So now you can remember why this country was actually not interested with the United States of America or United of Soviet Socialist Republics, because these countries, they were actually, United States were actually, they were focusing on the capitalism, and here we can find this especially our this United Soviet Socialist Republics were focusing on the communism. So both has got a different ideologies of functioning the country. So that's why India suppose will be joining with any of this country. Then perhaps if the India can join with the United States, then Russia will be upset. And suppose India will join with Russia, then United States of America will get upset. So that's why here Jawaharlal Nehru took a very separate decision through which the independent countries he formed, and then he made the non-alignment movement. That one actually he began. Okay, so that's why it is this way actually functioning. So we are not isolated or non-aligned from this two powerful country, but at any moment suppose needed any kind of support or help, then they can extend their support and help. So that is here foreign policy actually made. Okay, next one we have got this India has got a good relationship with the UN, and then whenever there is a like peacekeeping any kind of like activities needed, then India always extended the support to this UN, and then India became the part of the this United Nations organizations. Okay, then India also had the good relationship with China in spite of some of the World War has some of the battle has been fought, especially like this Sino-Indian War and all in 1962 and all. Then still the India is keeping the good relationship with China. Then again you can find Pakistan, right from the beginning the relationship with India and Pakistan has been like a bitter right from the beginning, right from the independence. So that's why you can see that here quite many battles have been fought, like 1965 first battle, second battle 1971, 1999 the last battle, that is a Kargil war, that was actually fought here. So in this way fought the several battles with Pakistan, and then still we have the good relationship with India. So next we have got Bangladesh. So Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, they are also, Bangladesh also actually had a good relationship with India, even though India actually supported during the Indo-Pak War, that is in the year of 1971, when this Bangladesh wanted to free from the Pakistan, and then they separated themselves and they formed the new country. So that has been taken place in the year of 1971. Okay, so there is a Bangladesh came, and then still India and Bangladesh is working on the illegal migration and all. Sometimes people we find in the country like India and or even in Assam also we have seen. So these are the few issues are there which both the countries are sorting out, okay, by their own initiatives. Okay, next we have got Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka also got up to 1 year from the British independence, that is in the year of 1948. So here Sri Lanka also has got a good relationship with India, and then the relationship is still persisting, and in a different trade contact and all, the India is supporting Sri Lanka. So these are the things we can find in this chapter. Then now the country is still facing the different challenges, like how to remove the poverty. Then up to now the poverty is still existing, and then we have got how we can remove this casteism, then regionalism. These are the things are still persisting. So till people will become the free from all this, and till people will become or understand each other's feelings, and when they will support each other, and when they feel that everyone is close to them, then only the country will progress. So that's why here everyone is have to try our best. So first of all we need to be educated, and unless we become educated we cannot become socially, economically and politically stronger. Therefore it is required for the country. Okay. So with this chapter we will complete, with this few lecture we are completing this chapter. So in my next class we will go with the geographical chapters. Okay. So thank you and have a great day ahead.